Morning, all. All right, so back into the countdown, and today's shirt of the day. I'm wearing a Trish Stratus shirt that just says "Made in Canada," so I figured I'll throw on the Canada hat too. So today we are doing jerseys number 280 through to 271. We're not quite to the midway mark, but it feels like that's close. So all right, let's go ahead and get things started. Number 280 is this reverse retro Pittsburgh Penguins. This is one that I liked more once I had it than I did when seeing it during the reveal last November. And yeah, I do like this. It is much higher than the black version of this, which of course they wore in the early 90s. And yeah, I mean it's definitely at the lower end of the reverse retros, but you'll notice not a lot of the reverse retros have been on the countdown yet, and they're all going to be on it. So don't be surprised when there's certain entries that might have a lot of reverse retro in it. But here we go, 280. Number 279 is this New York Rangers Stadium jersey, which I got through Jersey Baron on eBay. Was not cheap. And at number 279, it's not as high in the countdown as people might have expected, but it was one of those ones that I just didn't have. And again, when you see these, they're rare. This is one New York jersey that it is very hard to find. In all my years of collecting, it was a difficult one to get a hold of, especially in a size anywhere near mine. So this 46, yeah, I'm glad I have it. It's pretty nice. You got the shoulders. So, yeah, it's a Reebok Authentic and pretty snazzy little jersey, if I do say so myself. Number 279. Number 278, Edmonton Oilers, the reverse retro here. And yeah, so like I said, reverse retro, we're finally getting into those. And this one I thought was okay. Now, originally the rumor was that this portion of the logo would end up being orange, and they didn't do that. Which probably for the best they didn't, because I know that they had that kind of a logo for when they were the Alberta Oilers in the WHA, but there's a reason they changed to this one. So while it's not a huge difference between this jersey and the one that they currently wear, I do like this one a lot. And this is one of those ones that when you see it, you go, you know, if they made that a third, that'd be kind of a fun third jersey to have. Number 277 is the black Boston Bruins early 70s design. So the white one was in yesterday's entries. This is the black version thereof. And I'm very glad I have this one. I think I got this one through Ben H Sports. But yeah, it's nice. I do like it. And I like that what the Bruins wear now is kind of a mix of all of the various designs they've had over the years. And yeah, which is why I think the current Bruins jersey might be the best one they've had. But yeah, this one's not bad either. And yeah, you can tell by the strings here. And of course, the interesting thing is the strings actually do something. As unlike the Reeboks and the Adidas, you don't have any NHL tag here to render the strings useless, right? Number 276, as it's the day of the word mark, apparently. So this Buffalo Sabres, it's right there. Buffalo, and there's the Sabres logo right there, 1970. So this is one of those throwbacks. This is one they did with the colors that they used to wear. I believe this started out as a Winter Classic too, and ended up becoming a third jersey. And on the back, it's Derek Roy. So this one I remember getting through Full Moon jerseys because Derek Roy wasn't a Buffalo Sabre anymore. And yeah, it is a nice jersey. I do like the colors and the way that the striping's done as well. And the numbering on the back is, well, I mean, it's odd, right? Because it's a Reebok Premier jersey. So this isn't actual stitching here. It's just drawn on, which is odd. And the yellow nameplate, it's very old-fashioned looking, old-fashioned-esque. And yeah, like I said, today is the day of the word mark. Number 275 is this old throwback to the Detroit Red Wings. See vintage hockey. It's a Steve Yzerman jersey, because of course it is. And there you go, you got a C on it as well. So the Red Wings logo up here on the shoulder. It honestly, again, very, very nice jersey. Simple, nice throwback. And I do like the name and number on it as well. So yeah, I mean it is a nice jersey. It's just when you look at it, comparatively speaking, with some of the other ones, for me, I find it to be kind of a plain looking jersey. But I wouldn't be surprised to see this as a third at some point in time. It feels like everybody for thirds are doing throwbacks. The funny thing was that I did a video a couple years ago on, I could see these being, jerseys that they use again. And it was all, well, why would they just do throwbacks? Like, that's boring. I know that nostalgia sells. I've been watching that in football for ages, where jerseys that are just flat out ugly, and look, they're available again because it's a throwback. So in this case, I think it's a decent design, and they could definitely update it. You could definitely modernize this and make it work. Number 274 is this LA Kings design that they came out with in 1988. These, of course, are Raiders colors. So they went from Lakers colors to Raiders colors. But it was a popular move at the time that I wasn't a big fan of. But I have become a bigger fan of these jerseys as time has gone on. And yes, at some point, I could see them changing their logo again. Do they go back to something like this? Do they do something new? We'll see. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty decent overall jersey. And LA Kings. You're going to be seeing a lot of them as we get towards the top of the countdown, though. Number 273. One of the most asked questions jersey related in streams is whether or not I have this. Yes. Yes, I do. The New York Islanders, the infamous Fisherman, which for fans of hockey, who aren't necessarily Islander fans, are like, yeah, you could do throwback to this. But for the Islanders, for their part, they've said no. And there were a lot of fans who were around back then who would also say no, and rightfully so. The lighthouse is decent, and I could see the lighthouse being used as an alternate, like on the shoulders. But we'll see if that ever happens, because I would think with Lou Lamoriello running the show, it probably never does. This won't grace the front of it with Lou Lamoriello either. He's got facial hair. That's not allowed on Lou Lamoriello's Islanders. And without the facial hair, I think he'd look like a Simpsons character. Although he does kind of look like a Simpsons character with the facial hair too, so either way, right? Number 272 is the current San Jose Sharks teal. You can see the 30th anniversary patch there. I really like the secondaries on here, but again, where this ends up, for me, and I end up dropping it down, is just overall the blank space here, where you could have some fun stuff going on. But yeah, so Adidas. Brand new. I've worn this a handful of times. It is one of those ones I would probably wear more. We just don't have a lot of San Jose news that goes on from day to day. They've been pretty quiet in the off season, but I do like the 30th patch. I get this from, I think it's just like patchcollector.com. I get asked where the patches come from. So there are times I get those from Jersey Baron as well. They have some patches, but yeah, I often go through Patch Collector. I believe it's patchcollector.com, but they have every sport on there and all kinds of fun stuff. And again, it's a nice way to punch up a jersey too, where like this one, I feel like there's a lot of empty space, so patches can help with that kind of thing. Rounding out this portion of the countdown is the Philadelphia Flyers 50th anniversary. See the gold around there, and it's a nice Reebok. The shoulders are pretty cool on this. Honestly, I really like this. I think this is nicer striping than they have on their current jerseys. The gold around the outside, I do like that touch as well. And again, that just shows Philadelphia doesn't touch this logo. They generally don't. And here, of course, established 1967. So, and this one, I'm pretty sure I got this one through, I want to say Lids. That's back when, back when Reebok had it. Lids wasn't owned then by Fanatics. So you could actually have different shopping experiences at different websites, and then Fanatics just basically ends up buying everything up. Eventually, I'm going to walk in here, and there's going to be some guy going, yeah, Fanatics bought this last night, so you're out. That's what's going to end up happening, isn't it? I'll act surprised when it happens, but yeah, Fanatics just ends up buying everything out. But there you go. That rounds out this portion of the countdown. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.